In the quiet town of Willowbrook, the clang of a bell above the diner door wasn't just a sign of new customers. It was the heartbeat of a community bound by love, laughter, and secrets whispered through generations. The year was 1958, and everything that mattered in life seemed to happen on Main Street. The morning sun cast golden rays across the cobblestone streets of Willowbrook, painting the small town with a warm glow. At Martha's Diner, the scent of freshly baked pies wafted through the air as customers filed in, greeted by the familiar jingling bell. Martha herself stood behind the counter, her kind eyes and quick wit keeping everyone in good spirits. Every townsperson had their own story, and the diner was where those stories intertwined. Old Mr. Whitaker, the retired postmaster, sat at his usual booth by the window, sipping black coffee and reading the morning paper. He often shared tales of how the town's first post office had been built by hand during the Great Depression. Down the counter, Evelyn, a young teacher fresh out of college, chatted with Daisy, the town's beloved librarian. They were planning the annual book drive to ensure every child in Willowbrook had something to read over the summer. Their laughter was a reminder of the town's enduring spirit of togetherness. But it was the arrival of Charlie Harper that day that sparked a wave of curiosity. Charlie had been a star quarterback for the Willowbrook Wildcats back in high school, known for his charm and smile that could melt hearts. He'd left town to chase dreams in the big city, but now, after a decade, he walked through the diner doors carrying more than just a suitcase. He was back to reconnect with his roots and a past he had long buried. As word spread about Charlie's return, the town buzzed with speculation. Was he here to settle down? Had he found success in the city? Or had it left him longing for the simpler days of Willowbrook? The younger folks saw him as a hero returning home, while the older ones reminisced about their own choices in life. Charlie found himself drawn to the town's traditions. He attended the Sunday picnic at Willow Park, where families spread blankets under the shade of oak trees, sharing casseroles, pies, and stories. He helped repair the old gazebo where his parents had once danced under the stars during their courtship. One afternoon, while walking through the town square, Charlie bumped into Clara, his high school sweetheart. Clara had stayed in Willowbrook, becoming a nurse and raising a family. Their conversation started awkwardly, but soon flowed like the river that bordered the town. They laughed about shared memories, prom night mishaps, football victories, and late-night drives through the countryside. As summer faded, so did the mystery of Charlie's return. He had come back to Willowbrook not for nostalgia, but to find a sense of belonging that the city never gave him. And the town, with its familiar faces and comforting routines, welcomed him back like a long-lost son. On the final evening of summer, the town gathered for a festival. Lanterns hung from trees, and the smell of roasted corn filled the air. Charlie stood on the makeshift stage in the square, microphone in hand, and addressed the crowd. "I left Willowbrook thinking I needed more," he said, "but I've realized that everything I ever needed was right here. This town, these people, and the memories we've built together." As the crowd erupted in applause, Mr. Whitaker raised his coffee cup in a silent toast, and Martha wiped away a tear with her apron. The story of Willowbrook reminds us that while the world changes, the essence of community and the warmth of simpler times endure in the hearts of those who cherish them.